Good morning, Yash.
Good afternoon,
Afternoon
Josh.
to you.
Yes.
All right. Well, for today's stream, we're going to pivot a little bit and go into the inevitable AI space. It
Yes.
seems, yes. So I think the general goal, if we're talking, so I'll speak how I understand it, and then you can correct me. So what we're
Yeah.
going to try to do here, we're first going to mess around with Olama, which is an
Mhm.
LLM, right? So large language model,
I
and
think I don't think it itself is an
is
LLM, but it
okay.
manages multiple
Manages it.
LLMs.
Okay, so that you can interface with them. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is my first foray into it. Pretty novice with it. I don't. You have a little bit more knowledge than me, but not a ton.
Th-
Smidge,
Yep.
smidge,
Yep.
just enough to help. And so we'll be learning together through this. But the real goal here is to write a component that can kind of sit on top, that your application could talk to your component, and then underneath the component, you could switch out whatever is interfacing with the LLM. So we could start with Olama and then switch to
Yes.
OpenAI, and then we don't have to change our code because the component is handling that abstraction. That's kind of the goal to try to figure out how to do, right?
Yes.
All right,
Absolutely.
cool.
I think so. As a pattern, I know this is technically possible, but I haven't done it myself before. So I'm very keen on the like, let's build an intermediate component that does the interesting thing, but
Hmm.
is implemented in terms of like other interfaces. I think that's really powerful if we can like get that to work as well.
I agree, because it's also one thing to read that it's possible in a blog post,
Yeah.
and then to have to work through it, and then even if the blog post was written or the article was written yesterday,
Yeah.
the technology is going to change the next day, and then so
Yes.
maybe it might not work. So this will be fun. So I'll go ahead
Yes.
and share my screen.
Hmm.
And I need to definitely buy that second monitor so I can just share my full screen. But
Mm.
for now, we'll have to deal with Windows, individual Windows, not Windows operating system.
Yes.
Um, so here, essentially,
Yes.
what we just download this.
Yes.
Okay,
Indeed.
for Linux, I'm on Ubuntu, so that's what I'll do.
Yep. I'm really trying to hold back all of my llama anecdotes.
Yeah.
As a kid, I spent a lot of time like in my hometown in like Peru, my family's hometown in Peru, and there were lots of llamas around, and they weren't all too friendly. Um,
I've heard that about llamas. I've only seen a couple. There's some zoos and stuff nearby me, but it'd be different to have them just roaming around.
yeah, it's all like a little bit vague, but I don't think they were like roaming around. They were definitely like managed by people, kind of like
Hmm.
cattle.
Okay.
But like as a kid, you're like fluffy, and then you run up to them, and that's a bad idea. Do
And they're
not do that.
angry.
Yeah, they're like llamas spit. Yeah, yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen some funny YouTube shorts about that.
Yeah, yeah,
They try to feed them. All right, so we'll install.
yeah. Sorry, trying to make it Josh and Yash's fun coding hour, not my trauma dump hour.
I think it blends well. It blends well.
Yeah,
I got to riff on mine last time, so
fair, fair.
oh, GPU installed.
Wow. Okay, so you've got a service of sorts now.
Appears
Yeah.
so. Okay, so now how do we use said llama?
So my understanding is there should be now a local server up somewhere, and you can ask it to like run certain models, and then you can curl those models.
Let's see if there's any good docs for Olama models. Do you have any preferred models or anything that you've used? Like, is it Gamma 2, Llama 3? Llama 3 sounds familiar.
I feel like we should probably start with Llama 3. Like it's
Okay.
kind of in the name.
So
I don't know the difference between the models, honestly.
me either. Okay, so here's, let me switch. All right, I'm buying the second screen today. Is
Mhm.
what's going on. I have another 27, but I just can't handle that much real estate taken up on my desk. I'm in the camp of the single 27-inch monitor. That's me.
mhm, mhm.
Um, but
Ooh,
things like this, it is nice to have. I wish well, I have a desktop now. I used to have a MacBook, so I just have the MacBook screen, and now I can't do that. So
yeah,
I'm gonna get a portable monitor. Okay, so
nice.
this is what you're supposed to be able to do.
Yes. I think you need to run the
Uh,
command below that first.
below, right here, these
Oh,
ones.
yeah, yeah, one of those.
Okay, so we need to run it. Is this kind of like a Docker poll type thing, or does it
Ooh,
start? Like is that an accurate mental model? I wonder.
I don't know. So when I say I have a smidge more experience with this than you, I mean like a micrometer more.
Like
Like
you've run a couple commands more than me.
not even run them. Aaron, our colleague, explained this stuff like to me one time. He like
What's
sort of
Aaron
walked me
doing? Let's
through it.
get him in here.
I mean, yeah.
Uh-oh. Right, is everybody
Oh,
there?
that's 5 gigs. Whoops.
Oh,
Are you
can you
on a
hear me?
wireless connection by any chance? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's probably my connection. Can you hear me okay?
Yes. But you did freeze for a second. But also you're pulling down 5 gigs. It might have
Huh.
something to do with that.
Oh, it's because I'm downloading the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need a, so I'm way upstairs and my internet's downstairs.
Ah,
So that's probably why. Once this downloads, it'll probably get better.
okay.
But I
So
will,
new monitor, new network switch.
yep. Well,
Okay.
I have to move my modem back up to here. So
Uh,
it used to be hardwired in, but then I moved it down there so I could be hardwired in down there. So
okay. Okay.
more things to add to my planner.
I see. Um, which one are we pulling down?
My favorite though was I was on a call. I was doing a Twitter space when it was Twitter with Jeffrey
Uh-huh.
Silver,
Yeah.
and my wife was leaving, and so she, opened the garage. I heard that go, but then my Bluetooth connected to my car
Mhm.
because it's all through your phone, the
What?
spaces. So she
Yeah.
got to have a conversation with Silver for a little bit.
Perfect. Perfect.
She's like, "Who are you?" I don't think they actually talked. She just was like quiet and freaked out for a little bit, but it would have been funny if she would have started talking to him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then,
Yeah.
hundreds of people listened in. So it would have been funny.
Actually, can we pause this for a second? The
Yeah.
download, because I'm looking through the models page, and
Okay.
there are a number of other models, and they might be a lot smaller.
Okay.
We are looking for something lightweight. For example, no, this one's 2.3 gigs. So they all seem to be about like 2 gigs that I can see.
I wonder if I switch to my phone, if it would be better. 1 second.
Okay.
Was my connection better?
You did drop out for a second, so
Did
I
again. Okay.
don't know yet.
I just switched to my phone, so
Yeah.
hopefully it'll be all right now.
Okay.
I wonder if it's picking up different access points or it's trying to get to the main level, which would be good, and then it tries to grab
Mhm.
the basement and kills it.
Mhm.
Okay, you said
So
you might have found a lighter model, smaller model.
yeah, the smallest one I found so far is Phi 2,
Okay.
which is 1.6 gigs rather than we're working with 7 or 4.
I see 3.
Yeah, the number 2. Uh, Phi 3 is a little bigger. Phi 2 is a little smaller.
Okay. Models. Let's see if I can find it. PHI. I only see Phi and Phi 3. Where's 2?
Oh, just Phi. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Phi is Phi 2.
Gotcha. Oh, I see. And read the description.
Ooh. No, better. Quen2. Let's go.
Okay, Quinn 2.
This one is half or 300 megs.
All right. All right, Quinn 2 it is. I really wonder what the difference is in the models, like languages supported, what's the features?
I I
To
truly
do.
don't
Oh,
know.
tokens maybe. Oh, this one doesn't have any fancy help files. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, this looks a lot like Docker. If you look at the pages,
Uh-huh.
it reminds me a lot of Docker.
Uh-huh.
Docker's website at least. If you look here, like you got your little copy command to like
Yeah.
Docker pull.
Oh, so rather than the 7B version, you want to pick the 0.5B version to run.
Okay.
That's the one. Yeah. Now that this one should be on our current internet, probably like okay to run.
More feasible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It even has a manifest.
Oh damn.
At least I'm not glitching. That's impressive.
That's good.
So Llama 3.
I feel like we got the manifest pretty quickly earlier, and it started downloading pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. So I'm going to do the same locally, just to mirror this.
So it's done already?
Nope. I'm installing Olama. Okay, and I got that. Now I'm going to download the model.
Wonder how you interact. Oh, here's params. Stop.
Oh, interesting. So my download failed. I did brew install Olama, and it was very unhappy about that. Try maybe reset it, try again. It might just be hanging.
That model might be,
Yeah.
that source might be messed up.
Yep.
Let's try the phi, just for fun.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Ooh. Nope, my pulling manifest instantly resolved.
Okay. Well, for the sake of internet, do you want to drive?
Yeah, I can do that. Hold on, I'll have to close 500 tabs.
Oh, I don't want to make you do that.
No,
Let's see.
that's fine. I can do that. If I just share my... Hello. Wow. Okay. Yeah, no, this seems successful.
Okay, I'll let you
Yeah.
take over, and I will fix my internet before next time.
Okay. I feel like we're really coming up with like a shopping list.
Yeah,
To-do list. Yeah.
Josh's live stream improvements list.
That's right. That's right. But I mentioned it before stream, but I'll say it again. I do really like your you being back in your old office.
Well, thank you. I like it as well. There's a door. We were talking about this revolutionary invention called a door,
Uh-huh.
and it's quite nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, being in the basement with no door was tough. I had to
Uh,
do one of those selfish dad moves.
well, so if a self is that, you do have a job, and I imagine being comfortable is important for every. Yeah.
Yeah, well, and productive. I gotta want to keep
Mhm.
the job. So, yeah.
Okay, we got this thing to tell a joke.
Okay. So, you just start it, and then it gives you an interface with it.
Yep.
Okay.
Why was the math book sad? Because it had too many problems. It's a pretty good joke.
I like it. That's a good dad joke.
Yes.
My son might appreciate that because it's always a struggle to get him to do his math lesson.
Oh, why did the tomato turn red? Because it saw the salad dressing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Now it'll tell us the numbers joke of why was 6 afraid of 7?
Oh, because 7, 8, 9.
Yep. You
There,
got it.
there. Yep. Okay, so this is working, and then whoa. Okay, hold on. Sorry, you can't see the 500 things happening on my screen. You can just see this cute little window over here. Supposedly, we can curl this now from somewhere else. And that's the way we'll want to like interact with this.
Here, is it this format? I'll put it in the chat so everybody else can see.
Mhm. Let's give that a shot.
So we just have to replace our model.
Huh? Wait, Alacrity does not have tabs? No. 3 tabs. Okay, my terminal does not have tabs, unfortunately. How do I do this?
Four
New.
spaces, 2 spaces.
Oh, I meant like window tabs, so I can like open up a. Yeah. Yeah, just another tab so I can like have
Needed to
a separate
specify.
session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my world, I guess those are called. Well, I guess they were called windows.
Oh yeah,
Panes, windows and panes. Yeah.
that's fair.
My TMUX world. You need to be using TMUX. That's
I
what this
should
is all
be.
about.
Okay, hey, you know what? Clear. I think this. Okay. Okay, let's see if I still got Tmux chops. Fine. Tmux. There we go.
And Control B
What's the thing here?
N.
Okay, so I have to run it first here. Was it this? Wait, hold on. Was it this? How do I open and paint the side? Do you remember?
Oh, with built-in.
Yeah.
It's Control B, and then I think is it %?
Control B.
Or is it double quotes? Let's search. So Control B. It should be the prefix key, and then hit double quote or double quotes. There you go.
Yeah.
And then
Okay, I like
%
this.
will give you vertical if you want it
Oh,
vertical.
perfect. Yeah. Okay, I like this. Great. Okay. So we get to. Well, not do that. What's the command to run it? The command to run it was Olama run.
I think it was just Olama run and then the model name.
Yeah, so it would be quen2 colon 0.5b. Hey, great. Okay. And then now here, oh, okay. How do I tab again?
Is it Control B space should rotate you through? Oh, that
Okay.
moves the
Ooh.
panel.
I
Tmux switch.
like
You
your
could,
TMX suggestion.
yeah,
TMX cheat sheet.
yeah. I have so the reason I'm stumbling is because all mine are remapped,
Oh
so
yeah,
none
yeah,
of
yeah.
my remaps are going to work for you. Let's see
No, that's
here.
fine. Windows. Create window, rename, close list, previous.
Control
Control B,
B.
P, and N.
Yep.
No previous, no next.
Oh, because those are the windows. You need panes. You need to move the panes
Oh, Control
or
B,
panel. Yeah.
semi.
Oh, here we go. Control B, curly brace will move you left and right.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, this is fine. And then Control B, semi. No, which one was it?
Control B, curly brace. So like if you
Curly
want
brace.
to go left, you do the left one, right to go right. There you go. See?
No, this is flipping them. Check it out.
Oh,
No,
all
this
right.
is P and
Back
N.
to it. Oh, Control B, just arrow keys. Duh.
Oh
So
my
be Control
gosh.
B, left, right, up, down.
Control B, left, right, up, down. Yeah. Hey.
Now we're there.
What is it to close again? Sorry, chat. We're like completely like, okay, let's learn Tmux on the fly again. Real quick.
Control B X is to
Okay.
close the pane.
Okay. Control B X. Yes. Okay. Control B N. Was that the one? No. Oh, okay. New session, new window, new pane.
You
Great
want new
window.
window. Yeah.
Wait, do I want window or pane?
Control B C will give you a whole new terminal that you can switch between.
Oh, I don't want that.
Or you want to split them? How do you want to do?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
want
I
to split
just want
them
a vertical
vertically?
split.
Oh, okay. That was Control B, um,
Yeah. Hold on.
double
This.
quote, double quote.
Yeah.
And now you can just do Control B up and down.
Okay.
We're there.
Okay. Hey, we have it. Great. So Olama run, and then the name of this thing was, or do we already have it running?
I
Oh
think he
my
killed it.
gosh.
So
Okay, good. Okay. Do you remember what it was called? Oh, Quen 2.
yeah, going to 0.5 B.
0.5b, yes. And then here we're going to curl it. And you had a fun curl command?
Yep, there you go. You have to change the model.
Model
I think that's
5.
just the format of it. I'm not sure.
Well, we got a curl response, right? Like find not found, try pulling it first.
Oh, we did. Okay.
Okay, so Quen2 not found. Maybe we need to 0.5 b that. Whoa. Okay, that was a bunch of stuff. What did we get? Violet, blue. What are we seeing? Sky. The combination. Okay, what did we ask it?
We asked it, why is the sky blue? That's the content. Yeah. And then we had the rule as user.
Why is the sky blue? Like that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no wonder we got a lot of stuff back.
Oh, they're individual. Okay. So it didn't just give us one giant one. It gave us.
Yeah, I guess they do it like token by token or something. And if we, yeah, so message, role, assistant, content. blue, content dot, content as, perceive as blue, which we perceive as blue.
Maybe change the prompt to 2+2 or something, and then it should only be a single line response, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a scientific ass like response. Okay. Another Tmux question. So I did
Q.
Tmux scroll. How do you jump out of scroll stuff?
I think it's just Q.
Q. Okay. A. 2+2. Oh. Okay, wait, hold on. We have to correct.
Bash does not know.
Yeah. 2+2.
Okay, a lot less response. Content 3?
Content.
That's promising.
3? Wait, where's the content?
Well, I think
there.
The last. Yeah.
Great. Perfect. Yes. Sorry, you were saying?
I don't know if it's my side or your side. Probably my side. A little glitchy.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we have it working. We have okay. So the high level bit here is we have it working. We have it running. It is giving us responses. Whether they're accurate, well, it's a super inaccurate model, right?
Row.
Yep. So from here,
I think I'm back. There we go.
okay.
I got a phone call, and so I had to switch back to my other one because it messed it up. Fun stuff.
That's
yes.
fine.
So I don't know. Okay. So yeah, the last reply that we get is always kind of like details of the request, like duration and okay. And then our answer was 3, though. Am I reading that right?
Okay. Yes, correct. 3, and then the like an EOF basically at the end of it. It's like, okay, I'm done streaming.
Gotcha.
So it seems like what we get is actually it will be interesting to say what comes out of it, because we're getting so we are getting multiple responses here, right? We just did a curl here, and then the response is application /x ndjson. Oh, fun. And ndjson is a format one of my friends came up with, which is
cool.
new line delimited JSON. It's just the JSON message per line. So parsing is very easy. You just like split by new line, and then every line is a valid JSON
so
object.
Putting it back together would be pretty easy too.
Yeah. We literally, what we do is we take so transfer coding chunked means it is streaming. So it's a fully streaming response. We don't just get like a single thing, but it'll be like delimited, and every line will be valid JSON. So it's a fully streaming response. And we just say like, as every chunk comes in, we say .parse on new line, and then JSON parse using some schema for every line. That's, yeah. Does that make sense?
No, it makes total sense.
Great.
So you just have to like reconstruct, like if you take that whole response, put it in a single JSON, and then you could do stuff with that within your application.
Yes, exactly.
Cool.
Yes. Okay, that's very straightforward. Oh, what's fascinating here is, oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, no, never mind. So I was for a second here like, wait, our content length, it's a fixed content length, but streaming. But no, this is the request has a fixed content length, but the response is streaming.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. We can work with that. We can do that. So now that we have, okay. So step 1 was install Olama. Step 2 was get it to start making a request, get something out of it. We seem to be successfully doing that. Then step 3 would be let's bake a WASM component from this. and then we go from there.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, we got spam. Cute.
Nice.
Someone in chat is like, "Would you like to buy viewers?" And it's like, "No, no, we would not like to."
But thanks anyway.
Mhm.
Okay, so that next step would be to start to build a component and use
Yes.
the like the WASI HTTP, kind of like what the web clippy did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, two things real quick. I think it would be fun if you drove the implementation of that,
Okay.
because I think that should be fine. And hopefully, we'll probably run out of time before we like get it fully working. So the Olama not necessarily working right now should be fine. Second thing is I really got to go use the restroom, so I'll be back 1 second.
Well, we can also we could wrap it up early today, get my internet fixed, and then we can walk through all this next stream.
I mean, we've got some extra time. I bet we could like get a little further than we are today.
I'm just curious
If you're keen.
if my internet will let me.
Okay. Yeah.
That's my
That's
only
fair.
concern. Yeah.
Is it that bad?
Yeah, it's pretty spotty when it jumps to the other access point. Like it just cuts
Oh.
out. And so if I do anything extra, like pulling
Uh-huh.
anything or whatever, from the internet perspective, it gets real weird.
Okay. Okay. Well, if your connection really isn't like stable, like it needs to be fun also, and you need to feel like, okay, we're really doing here. If I'm cutting out, like you seem fine to me, but
Oh,
if I'm cutting out the whole time,
all right. Well, how about
yeah.
we'll attempt it and we can bail if not, but I won't stop you from a bio break. So we'll play some good music and then
All right.
we'll be back in a moment.
All right. I'll be right back then.
All right.
Yes.
Aha. There we go.
Haha.
Aha. So I don't know if we could do it because I can't even pull down the models.
Oh my god.
it just sits here and spins. So
I what we could also do is I could just walk us through like how I think we should approach this
okay.
and just show the related tools and stuff.
Yeah, I think that'd be good. Yeah, getting a starting point.
Exactly.
Next time. Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
I'll stop sharing. Let you kick your stream back up. Maybe you can notepad. However you want to do it. README repo with some to dos.
Repo. I think I can just pull up some browser tabs. Maybe Bytecode Alliance.
And I will have Ethernet next time. I promise. So my apologies, everyone.
Well, I'm excited for you to have stable internet. Just in general, not even like for this.
just for life.
Yeah, I feel like I wish that upon like everyone.
Yep.
I was once in a call with someone who was like, yeah, my internet is fine, but unless my family turns on the microwave, and I was like, oh boy, do I have something to like tell you? Did you know that? Sorry, fun fact. Like, did you know that Wi-Fi runs on 2.4 gigahertz,
Yeah.
just like microwave?
So that, yeah, a little bit disruptive.
Yep. Because like both are unlicensed on the spectrum, and so
Hmm.
anyone can use it, include yeah. So,
Including microwaves.
mhm. Okay, okay. Sorry, I'm like jumping from like one thought to the other thought to the yeah. Um, so what we want to do is our like the idea that you and I were discussing when like last time we were here, or last time you and I chatted, I guess like off stream. But we want to build a generalized layer that exposes an interface at the top,
Hmm.
and underneath that, we can back it using different implementations. Because one of the benefits, or one of the purported benefits of the whole like WebAssembly ecosystem, is you get to share interfaces that are backed using different implementations. And here, what we back it with is like one for local development, which is probably Olama. It's cheap, easy, simpler to develop against. And then if you want to run something in production or something more expensive or higher quality, if you'd like to spend more money, no. If you like want to run something higher quality or train on a specific set, then you swap it out for like whatever, I don't know, OpenAI or some other thing. But that pattern is what we want to like build. And so building that portable component, there's some tooling for that. In here, which is called web assembly composition. I don't know why I can't speak words today. Um, but this thing right here is a language very similar to Wit, but it allows you to uh, like use it for composition as well. So I've actually never used this, but we can take a little look at this. Um, so it says here, the WAC language is a declarative superset of Wit. Cool. So say we have a component named name and a component named greeter. Name has a world name that exports name that returns a string. So
Hmm.
it's like hello world and it prints a string. And then greeter says, I take a name and I export a greet. And then using WAC, um, the following is an example of a WAC file composes two components together by plugging name.wasm's name export into greeter.wasm's name import. So it says, what if we took an export of this and used it as the import for this, and we composed the two to like work into like a bigger thing? And then we say package example composition, instantiate a new name, instantiate a new greeter where name is this instantiated name, and then compose it to and export the thing here.
And that's what would that last thing, where would that go? The sample.
This.
Yeah.
So you have a new tool called Wax CLI.
Oh, okay. Okay. So that's Rust.
The CLI itself,
Well, I mean, just the syntax for package example is that, where would that
it's
go?
so that this would be a new file called composition.wac.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
So
it's its
so
own
above are
language.
two WIT definitions, and then the wax kind of allowing you to use them together. Okay. Okay. Got it.
Yeah, and
Following now. Hence the
it's its
word
own language.
composition.
Uh-huh.
Got it.
So what I'm wondering now actually is this what we want? Or do we want something slightly lighter weight?
Do we need to go any further than the component, like the web clippy that we did, or the WASI clippy?
Yeah. So it'll be a little bit different from what we did. Where Wazi Clippy, you can think of it as a real application,
Hmm.
right? Even if it was very limited in its functionality, it is like it takes HTTP requests and it returns responses and nothing calls it. It is sort of like it's itself like an endpoint, right?
Hmm.
This is more like a library that we'd be building, sort of like an intermediate layer,
Okay.
where we say this layer requires you have some form of HTTP available to it so we can make those requests. But the interface it exposes is uh, spin SDK LLM here. We should probably use this as a starting point, which is the folks over in Fermion have made this. It's Apache 2 licensed, but obviously they deserve the, the full credit for all of this, and we should make sure to service that. But here's an interface that they think is a good starting point for LLM for doing LLM based things. So there's I guess here they have LLM, where you have like infer, and you say with this model and this prompt, I get back a result of this with like a string of text here or something, you
Okay.
know. So we give it a prompt, which is a string, and we get back a result that is also a string. And that is the base interface of this thing. Um, and that's defined right here. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. I'm just trying to think through how you would interact with it, like how you'd use that in your application code.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
So in your application code, what you would say is I would like to import this interface. So rather than exporting this interface, you say, I want to import this interface. And then code like this becomes available to your application. And you can say, hey, please, I'd like to make this request with this model, whatever. And it gets back a response. And we can simplify this further down, slim it down to like make it simpler just as a starting point.
Hmm.
Um, and then the way we expose it to your application can be based on different implementations. One for the Olama, one for maybe different Olama models, even, but then another one for like some other backend. But that as a pattern seems very powerful and generalizable.
Okay. I think it'll get more clear to me as we move forward.
Okay.
It's more context, but
Okay.
generally, the general idea I'm getting, following.
Okay. Okay. And so the way I was thinking of doing it was potentially through this, but now I'm looking at this, I'm like, I don't super know. The other option might be this thing here, which is WASM Compose. That I also don't know how to use because I've never, it's deprecated in favor of WAC, but I'm like, hey, should it be?
So if we go back to the WAC
Mm-hmm.
example,
Yes.
the composition example, what would be the name and what would be the greeter in our scenario?
Mm-hmm. That's a great question.
Because we have what we would want to expose, what we want to export from the second example there would be that interface that says, give me a string and I'll return a string, or give me a string and a model and I'll return a string,
Mm-hmm.
essentially. So that would be our export. Wonder what name would be.
So what I'm wondering is whether we need this at all, because what I'm proposing is like very concrete linking of known interfaces.
Okay.
Because if we take this, what I'm proposing is we create one component that exports this, like concretely, this exact interface
Okay.
exports it. And then a second component that very concretely imports this, right? And that there is no mapping between the two needed. So what WASM Compose does here, or I guess here, is it says like, okay, imagine one interface that is very different from this second interface. And now you can bridge the two using magic over here, right? Instead, what I'm saying is like, well, if the two are the same, then you don't need to bridge it. You
Hmm.
can just link it because it's the same interface, but one provides it, the other one requires it, and you just slot them together.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So theoretically, if these two are the same, then this is obvious. But I'm like, yeah, but it should be even easier than that, and I don't know how to do it. But I thought it was the latter, but it turns out it's something else. So I'm like, we'll find a way to make that work.
Okay.
Have you ever like done anything with like linking, dynamic linking of things like in general?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Are you familiar with the concept?
Just terminology. Never really applied it to anything.
Okay. Would you like me to?
Yeah, please do.
Okay. Yeah.
Enlighten
Okay.
me.
Sorry.
I said enlighten me. Please go on.
Yeah, for sure. So dynamic linking, there's static and dynamic linking. Typically, when we use, for example, Rust or something, we'll be like, oh, here's our cargo toml file with a bunch of dependencies. And those dependencies, they're built and they're part of our output binary, right? And they become part of the final code that we produce. That's static linking. It's statically linked into the binary. Um, dynamic linking. Oh, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yep.
Okay, sorry, your video froze for me.
Oh, shoot. Okay. I'm
That's
good.
fine. Okay. Dynamic linking is what if you don't make it part of your binary, but your binary says, I need an interface that has this shape, and you, the operating system or whatever's running me, is responsible for providing that to me, or some other tool. But it essentially leaves open a hole and says, I need this library or with this interface, and you just give it to me at some point. And that's useful because rather than loading a library n times for every instance of that thing, or for libc is shared by pretty much every program on your system, rather than loading 100 copies of libc for every single running program, you load it once, and that's a fixed position in memory. That code is like loaded exactly once, and then you just call that and share it, and that's more efficient. um, and so here, what we're doing is a form of dynamic linking for WebAssembly, for WebAssembly components. And we say, okay, well, we'd like an interface that implements this. And our component will be like, yep, I need that. And then and then what we do is we build our application, and it has this requirement, and we fill that in at a later point. And then we say, okay, here you go. Here's the Olama 0.5b version of the model that you can slot in. It'll satisfy the interface and it'll work. But you can also switch it out and like put in like something else in there, like OpenAI or whatever. We sometimes call this virtual platform layering in the WebAssembly space,
Okay.
because you don't depend on like this being an operating system built in. You say, no. I can virtualize, like, we don't have a notion of an operating system. We just have virtual interfaces, and we get to implement them in terms of each other. Um, so, for example, if your system only implements TCP, but you need HTTP, what you could do is you could build a component that says, okay, I require TCP, and I give you HTTP. And then you just slot that in, and now you go from there. Um, it's cool for things like embedded or in the browser, for example.
Froze.
Oh, sorry. What'd you miss? Oh, what's the? Do you need me to repeat that?
No, actually, I think it kind of cleaned up right at the end.
Okay.
That's making a lot more sense. So essentially, what we're trying to do is to build this interface that becomes available, and then other components wouldn't need to load their own version of that interface. They would
Yeah.
just reach out to it because it's already accessible in memory, or the component's loaded in memory, and be able to use it to satisfy its interface versus creating, on one system, one machine, 100 instances of the component.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But also the other thing to this is we can write this once for Rust, right? We say like, here's a component. It allows you to talk to models in Olama, blah blah blah, And then because WebAssembly is multi-language, it'll work for JavaScript. It'll work for Python. Like none of them need to re-implement this thing. They just say, okay, I'm going to import this component that you wrote. Super useful. Let me use it.
Okay. That's making more sense.
Okay.
I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, but we're
making sense. We're gonna figure it out. All right. Hopefully with more stable internet next time.
Hopefully. Yeah. What I'll do is I'll reach out to some folks and I'll ask them like, okay, I don't think we need WAC to make this work. We just need to link. How can we make this thing link? And then hopefully it'll be like, oh, that's the easy case. No, we fully support that. And then they'll tell us how to do it. And then we just do that.
Great. Sounds good.
Yeah. I hope so too. All right.
Cool. That's a good place to stop, I think, for today's stream. And then, we'll just dive into the details next time on figuring that out. That's building a better mental model. So thank you for the analogy. That's super helpful in understanding what we're trying to build from my perspective. So thank you.
Sure.
I appreciate it.
I'm glad my shoestring explainer made sense.
Absolutely did.
I'm glad. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll end it there, and then we'll be back Friday for the next stream. So thank you for your time. We'll end this one, and I promise I will have better internet next time. Pinky promise. Yes. All right. See you in the next one, Yash.
See you then.